Friends, are you planning a long distance motorcycle ride to Ladakh or Spiti Valley or other parts of Trans Himalayas like Zanskar Valley or Pangi Valley? And if yes, are you confused or have no idea on how to prepare for such long distance motorcycle rides, especially when you travel to such remote places? Well, these questions are pretty common on my travel blog, especially if you are not an experienced biker. Hence, today in this Express FAQ series on traveling to Ladakh, I'm going to talk about this topic in detail and tell you how you can prepare for any long distance motorcycle ride up there in the Trans Himalayas. So, let's get started. Jule friends, if you are new to my channel, my name is Dheeraj and I help people in planning better trips to the Himalayas. Well, almost everyone who has seen or read motorcycle diaries want to pack their life in saddlebags and get on their bike to travel and explore the vast spaces that this beautiful world has to offer. A long distance bike ride in Trans Himalayas is an adventure in itself, and like I always say, anything adventurous comes with some risk as well. A free backpack strap, a not so good bungee cord, unevenly distributed load on your bike, all these things can lead to a disastrous end. Hence, it is always better to make all the necessary preparations when you decide to go on such an adventure ride, especially in the remote places of Himalayas like Ladakh or Spiti Valley, where help is very hard to find. Firstly, let's get started with the basics. Well, you must be aware of the geography and the weather of the route as well as the destination that you are planning to travel. A pan-India trip from north to south or south to north will need different clothing for different parts of your ride. Once you complete the due diligence regarding the weather etc., then comes the packing list. You can broadly divide your packing list into 4 categories: clothing, personal usage, first aid, and motorcycle spare parts and accessories. Clothing will vary based on the route, destination, and number of days you plan to ride. Personal usage varies from person to person. Keep it light, don't pack your hairdryer, and save that space for carrying bike spares and accessories. The first aid kit is also a very standard item and you should carry some commonly used medicines for varied needs. Refrain from using that big plastic first aid box, it usually takes up a lot of space. Well, you can pack your medicines in the side pocket and tie it in a carry bag so that it takes less space. Well, I have a link in the description of this video for more detailed list of items that you can refer in these 3 areas, as last one deserves a dedicated section in this video. Number 2 on the list is bike spare parts and accessories. Well, as you will be riding to the remote corners of the Himalayas, you must be exhaustive as far as bike spare parts and accessories are concerned. In my honest opinion, your list should at least include a spare clutch wire, a brake wire, an accelerator wire, couple of spark plugs, a toolkit, a puncture repair kit, a spare headlight bulbs, coolant, engine oil, chain lubricant, and tire tube. Also, if space allows you, then you should carry an air compressor as well for fully repairing the punctures. It becomes easy when you travel in a group to carry all these things as they can be shared among the group. Remember, always prepare for the worst and hope for the best when it comes to riding in the remote corners of the Trans Himalayas. You may get a mechanic up there or someone else to help you out, but that person having the spare part for your bike always will be a question mark. Number 3 on the list is bungee cords. Well, bungee cords in my opinion are indispensable as far as long distance bike riding is concerned. Well, none of the ropes of any kind can do what bungee cord can do. You should use a good quality and branded bungee cord even if it costs higher than the local ones. Well, treat it as a one-time investment, as sometimes the rope might tear, leading to the dropping of the luggage from the bike, or there could be numerous things that can happen from there. You may lose your favorite gear without knowing sometimes, or sudden fall of luggage can unbalance the bike, resulting in a fall in such remote places. In dire needs, you may double them up and use them as a makeshift tow rope. A friend of mine had to pull a Royal Enfield Classic 350 with his Pulsar 200 using 2 bungee cords for close to 100 kilometers from Tangangla to Leh. Well, if you go for shopping in the market, there are 2 kinds of bungee cords which are available. One is round and the other one is flat, where flat ones are known to be more durable and longer. A quick quality check for them is that when you put some load on the hooks, they should not flatten out. Number 4 on the list is your bike or your ride. No matter what the condition your bike is in, you must get your motorcycle checked and serviced exhaustively before going on any long distance motorcycle ride in remote corners of Ladakh or Spiti Valley. Well, you must do the same when you are returned from the trip as well. Number 5. Before you start loading the bike, it is very important to know how much weight your bike can carry. For most bikes, the allowable load is around 200 kgs. However, it is always wise to check the load of your specific bike or model. Look out for a specification called GVWR, Gross Vehicle Weight Rating, which is the maximum total weight recommended by your manufacturer. Please note that it includes the weight of your rider, pillion as well as the luggage. It is always best that you stay under the recommendation because one bump can easily break the spokes of the wheels in overloaded bikes. And point number 6, weight distribution is a key point to note while loading your bike. If you are packing your luggage in saddlebags, you need to make sure that the weight is somewhat similar on both the sides. However, if you are using Ladakh carrier, you must avoid loading the carrier with a heavy item near the tail of it and try to concentrate the weight on the sides of it near the shockers. Also, if required, you can manually adjust the shocker setting as per the weight on the bike. Now once you position the luggage on the bike, you should use the bungee cords to fix the bags in place. Make sure the bungee cords are as tight as physically possible. During the long distance motorcycle ride, the luggage will readjust, which leads to the cords being loose, so you should check the cords whenever you take a break. And finally, it is always recommended that you cover the bags with rain cover or tarpaulin and use the bungee cord to fix that as well. It helps to protect the stuff in case of rain happens, and also it is a safety measure against the theft as well. Several riders, included myself, have lost stuff due to it, so guys, please learn from our mistakes. So friends, this was all about how to prepare for a long distance motorcycle ride in the Himalayas to the places like Ladakh, Spiti Valley, Kinnaur Valley, Zanskar Valley, Pangi Valley, etc. In my next video, I'll share some important tips and tricks that you can follow on any long distance motorcycle rides up there in the Trans Himalayas. So stay tuned my friends, and I'll see you in my next video. Now in the end, if you found this video helpful, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if in case you need any help or have any questions on your upcoming trip to the Himalayas, please feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll be more than happy to help you out right away. Till then my friends, Jule, and please keep our Himalayas clean.